If you've ever watched RWBY, you probably know that the first thing Ozpin ever said to Ruby Rose was a comment about her eyes, which was later revealed to be a deciding factor in why Ozpin allowed Ruby to attend his academy at such a young age. According to Crow and many other sources in the series, those born with silver eyes are destined to live the lives of warriors. It is a unique trait passed down through lineage, as Ruby Rose inherited this gift from her mother, Summer Rose. Till Salem's backstory, we don't really have an idea of where the silver eyes traits began. In it, we are shown similar usage of power done by the god of light to vanquish summoned Grimm. It is later revealed by Maria that this and the Silver Eyes have some form of connection, though it is unclear as to what the connection, as the god's influence was removed entirely once they wiped the old world of humans. She claims that the ability is from the want to preserve life, and is structured specifically to combat destruction. The Silver Eyes are a visual ability that seems to only really have a negative effect on Grimm, the creatures born of destruction, and otherwise only seems to serve as a temporary flashbang type thing to regular characters, human or faunus. Ruby first uses this ability after the shock of witnessing Pyrrha's death. The resulting explosion of power petrifies the Wyvern and fatally wounds Cinder, who had a Grimm integrated into her body. Every subsequent use of the Silver Eyes has had varying results and degrees of effectiveness. Whereas the Apathy are instantly vanquished, larger Grimm like the Wyvern are completely petrified, but Grimm of equal size like the Leviathan are only shown to be encased in stone on the exterior, and are capable of shrugging off the ability with some difficulty. One thing is made apparent. The Silver-Eyed Warriors were a serious threat to Salem, perhaps due to her own integration with darkness. In the past, Salem's faction employed several renegades to hunt and kill individuals with silver eyes. This being the circumstances with Talk blinding Maria in the past, and was previously confirmed by Hazel. As a whole, the ability is extremely convenient for a hunter or huntress to have. However, seeing as it has little to no effect on actual people, it leaves them vulnerable to becoming the hunted. Now, my theory for this ability is a little weird, but straightforward, so hear me out on this. In Salem's past, we are shown two key elements to how she came to be. She is thrown in the pool of light and gains immortality. She is then tossed into the pool of dark and gains destruction. Seeing as the gods left Remnant and made it very clear that they had no intention of interfering with humanity until they had been summoned once more, making Remnant literally a godless world, I think the Silver-Eyed Warriors were actually a later tribe of coming humans that settled on the Light Brothers Pond, and in no small way by consuming the water or bathing in it, gave birth to humans born with this integral light ability. It might have taken generations, but eventually it happened, and they all sported the same trait, silver eyes. Their abilities might go deeper than just banishing Grimm with a glance, and might even delve into the realm of creation. But for right now, this is my solid theory on where these eyes originate from, because let's be honest, if they try and say anything else, well, it won't make too much sense. To me, it just made perfect sense that Salem had gotten her abilities from the Dark Pool, so clearly the Dark Pool was still there, and she even made her base around it. So why wouldn't the Brothers' Pool of Light still be there somewhere? It could even allude to the Fountain of Youth or something, I don't know. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe. This is just a quick video, guys. I'm working on some longer ones that actually have some meat to them, but you gotta brace for the filler episodes because that's just what comes with this kind of thing. And there are just some topics that aren't too juicy, I guess. And this just so happens to be one of them. Because as far as protagonist abilities go, this one is pretty cut and clear. It is a direct opposite of the opposition. It is the only thing that can kill them. And, you know, typically I don't really care. And as an ability overall, I don't think it's that bad. It is kind of hacking and not really fair, but not to say that I don't like this ability, but I just feel that it's not very well developed. There are so many anime out there where there's eye abilities, and they're always complex or have some interesting story about how they were made or why they came to be, and this one is just kind of like, it's a flash of light that eradicates darkness. It's like, cool, that's... Now, when this ability was first introduced in Volume 3 at the end, I actually thought it was pretty balanced because when RWBY used it, she was like incapacitated for a couple days and she was passed out. But now she just kind of flashes it over and over with like no real probable cause, and she doesn't really get too much training on it. She just gets told to cherish life more, and I don't know. For me, that just kind of leaves it a little hollow. I feel like the ability could definitely be fleshed out and maybe even rewritten. But at the moment, for what it is, I think this is the best thing that I can go off of. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Now, it may seem like I'm slowing down a bit. That's because I have a job in school. Give me a break. I love you. Bye.